look who's here, Jonathan Ashworth, Labour candidate and shadow paymaster general. It's good to see you. Thanks for taking the time. A 262-seat majority, what would you do with that?
Look, well, votes are beginning to be cast because people are getting their postal votes. But look, I'm not counting any chickens, as it were. We're taking nothing for granted. There's a long way to go to the 4th of July. But if people want change after 14 years of failure, and they want a party that is going to create 650,000 good, well-paid jobs, if they want a party in a government helping families to become better off and get more people into work, then they have to vote Labour on the 4th of July. And
you're not going to increase taxes. Who would stop you if you had a 262-seat majority?
Well, look, I don't believe these opinion polls. I've been around a long time. Now, I'm older than my youthful looks suggest. I've been around a long time. There's opinion polls come and go. The only poll that matters is election day. But if people want change, after 14 years of failure under the Conservatives, they do have to vote Labour.
Yeah, Wes Streeting yesterday saying he would want a more ambitious social care plan. That sounds a little bit like he's starting to step out of line.
I don't think Wes ever steps out of line.
I think he often steps out of line.
Do you? Well, you must know him better than I do. Look, the key thing is that social care does need reform after years of failure. We're going to build a national care service. That starts with proper, decent pay and conditions for those who work in social care. It means that we need to better link up social care with our National Health Service. Of course, one of the issues in our National Health Service at the moment is you can't get an appointment. There'll be people at home who can't leave the house today because they're still waiting for a hip replacement or a knee replacement. We're going to deliver 40,000 extra appointments every week to bring those huge waiting lists down and deliver the quality care people deserve.
What did Wes Streeting mean when he said Labour's manifesto was not the sum total of its spending plan?
Well, I think Wes is making the point that we've had paltry economic growth in this country under the Conservatives these last 14 years. That's why so much is broken in this country. That's why nothing works, because we've not had the public or indeed the private sector investment that other industrialised countries have. If we'd had the same growth that we had under the last Labour government, which was a higher rate of growth, there'd be more money to spend on public services today. But that's why Rachel Reeves today is laying out a really detailed industrial plan to create 650,000 good, well-paid jobs. It'll mean that people are better off with Labour, in contrast under the Tories, this long, desperate wish list, making all those mistakes Liz Truss made. Under the Tories, people paying $4,800 more on their mortgage.
There are a million jobs that aren't filled at the moment. But I go back to Wes Streeting and what he actually meant by saying Labour's manifesto was not the sum total of its spending plans. That hints at you're going to have to increase taxes.
No, not at all.
So what does it mean then?
Let me be absolutely clear with your viewers, because I know people want politicians to be clear. No increase in income tax, no increase in national insurance, no increase in VAT or corporation
Council tax?
We're not doing council tax rebanding. That's Rachel Reeves has ruled.
No increase in council tax.
We're not doing council tax rebanding. Rachel Reeves has ruled that out in the Financial Times today. Every single one of our policies is fully costed and doesn't require additional taxation.
No increase in council tax.
We've made clear where we stand on tax. Every single one of our policies in our manifesto.
Just say no increase in council tax.
Does not.
Because you'll say no increase in VAT, no increase in the basic rate of income tax. Just say no increase in council tax.
We are not doing council tax rebanding. Rachel Reeves has ruled that out in the Financial Times today. All of our plans are fully costed. They all add up.
What about stamp duty?
They do not require additional
what about fuel
increases.
Duty?
We've outlined that all our policies are fully funded. They do not require additional tax increases. The manifesto is clear. You can see in black and white at the back.
What about fuel duty?
The taxes we will change.
Are you going to put that up?
We're going to run for every single
say no, and then I can move
relief
on.
No increase in income tax, no increase in VAT, no increase in national insurance or corporation tax.
No increase in fuel duty.
All of our plans don't require...
No increase in stamp duty.
Our plans don't require these additional taxes that you're
say
throwing
no,
at me.
then.
But our plans don't require it.
OK, so no increase in stamp duty.
Our plans do not require...
No increase in fuel duty.
Our plans do not require
no
these
increase in
additional
council tax.
So
all those three, it's a no to.
All our plans are fully funded.
You see?
And nothing in our manifesto requires additional taxes.
I thought politicians were straight talking.
I am straight talking.
OK, so no increase in council tax.
I've just said all of our plans are fully funded and do not require additional tax changes.
OK, no increase in stamp duty or fuel duty.
All of our plans are fully funded and do not require additional tax.
OK, how do you feel about the suggestion that peers who are over the age of 80 should step aside?
Well, I mean, the House of Lords has become so bloated. I can't remember the figures, but it's huge numbers of people now in the House of Lords, and we do need to look at reforms to make it smaller chamber.
So
and we're also looking at getting rid of the hereditary.
So peers who are over the age of 80 should be gone?
Well, that's one of our proposals,
What do you think? What do you think, personally?
Yeah, I mean, it's what we're proposing in our manifesto.
Lord Levy is 80 at the beginning of next month.
Is he? OK.
That's a bit awkward, isn't it?
Well, I'm sure he supports our manifesto.
Yeah,
are you going to run for all the lords now who are
no,
over 80?
I'm not. But I'm sure. I know that Lord Levy watches. Good morning, my lord. He watches every morning, and he's done an awful lot to make sure that your party won the last time, and he's a massive supporter of the Labour Party. And you're saying, "Thanks very much, mate. Off you pop."
Well, it is in our manifesto, and I'm sure Lord Levy supports our manifesto.
OK. Tories say your plans to ban new oil and gas licences would leave an economic black hole and would result in tax rises to fill the shortfall.
Oh, this is more desperate nonsense from the Tory party. Probably the most desperate Tory campaign I've ever seen, actually, in my political lifetime. Look, we've got a plan to create 650,000 good, well-paid jobs. We've got a plan to invest in onshore wind, offshore wind, solar, these green energy, renewable energy sources of the future. The reason we're doing that is because it creates good, well-paid jobs, so people are better off, and it cuts energy bills for good as well, because we know that the big spike in energy bills has meant lots of people struggling. I see it in my own Leicester constituency, where people have really struggled with those huge increases in energy bills. Our plan would bring energy bills down. The Tory plans would leave us exposed and at risk of energy bills going up by another £900. Look, you're worse off with the Tories. Your mortgage is going to go up £4,800 because of the making of the same mistakes Liz Truss made. They won't put in place the measures to bring energy bills down. The big choice in this election is whether you want to be better off with a Labour government or worse off under the Tories.
Well, the Energy Secretary's not having that, and she's written in the papers today saying that your plans would leave the UK colder and poorer.
And it's nonsense. I mean, I think she said on her own plans, the Energy Secretary, that she wouldn't bring bills down. We want to bring bills down for working people because they've been hammered under 14 years of the Tories. You're better off with Labour. You'll be worse off with the Tories, especially when it comes to your mortgages. £4,800 more on a mortgage under the Tories. They're going to make the same mistakes Liz Truss made.
I have to say, I've sat opposite you guys for the last 5 years. When I say guys, obviously women as well, for the last 5 years. You've all got your tails up now. You've got some swagger about you. I
don't think I have. I'm the same guy I've always been, I think.
No, you're really, really confident, aren't you?
Look, we are passionate because when working people have lost out so much, look, in my constituency, people have been hammered with big increases in energy bills. They're paying more on the shops. They're paying more on their mortgage or on the rent because of decisions taken by the Conservatives. It's 14 years of failure. It's time for change, and it's time for a Labour government who's going to make people better off and create good, well-paid jobs across the country. Okay. That's the big choice on 4th of July.
Let's wait and see what happens. Good to see you as always. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.